welcome to Save India's Coast. We're almost at the end of our journey to highlight the utter exploitation and complete neglect of one of our most valuable resources, India's coastline. And we thank you for joining us today in West Bengal, the eastern tip of our coast. Tonight, our story is from the village of South Baya on Orissa's coastline, where the residents are literally living on the edge. The swift incursion of the sea has gobbled up 5 of the 7 villages that once constituted South Baya. Studies show that this excessive rate of erosion is caused by the building of the Paradip port about 30 kilometers away in the late 60s. Yet, the Orissa government has ambitious plans of going ahead and having 15 ports along its 480-kilometer long coastline. When Munshi Mohanty got married and moved to her husband's house as a young bride, she thought she would live there forever. Since then, the 70-year-old resident of South Baya on Orissa's coastline has had to move houses 4 times because the sea reached out to reclaim each of her successive homes, pushing her further inland each time. Over the past 40 years, the shoreline of South Baya has receded by 3 kilometers.
मेदा ठिया हो रात्रि आ कौन करिम पिटी कोटी को जगह अच्छी है से डियरे थेनु सारे थेनु से मेदा पर घर मांगी दला मेदा आसी कुरे बेला है जांगी मेदा पर रहिनु जांगी गुटाई राति पाई गला.
South Baya or Seven Brothers is no longer an apt name for this region. Of the 7 villages that were once here, only 2 are left. The rest have all been eroded by the encroaching waves, and this abandoned hand pump is all that's left. According to a study by the National Institute of Ocean Technology, or NIOT, in Chennai, the South Baya beach has eroded because of the construction of the massive Paradip port in 1966, 30 kilometers away. According to NIOT, South Baya's beach eroded by 375 meters in 1972, another 198 meters in 1998, and yet another 90 meters in 2004. The study argues that the construction of the port blocks the natural flow of sand, leading to the beaches on the north of the port getting eroded. Anecdotal evidence from village elders at South Baya supports their conclusions.
से समय बापा जा आम गाँ लोक दुर्घटना आम शुणुलु जे समुद्र बहुत मुझे देखी समुद्र ये गोटे माने 4 घंटा खंड गले आम समुद्र पाखु जापु पारादीप बंदर जेबे ठारू हैला से दिन ठारू आम ए पाखटा खाऊ.
Still, to witness the benefits of electricity, the 3,500 residents of South Baya have a low carbon footprint, yet they're the worst affected.
एठी लोकमानकर जो चाष जमी किछि बाली माड़ी गलानी जमी रे आउ किछि जमी रे लुणा पानी पसी जाए जो दिन वर्षा समय रे किछि वर्ष हैला एठी आ चाष हो नहीं एठी चाष लोक माने सब चाउल माने बाहर किनी के जाने के खाती.
But port authorities and the government deny any connection between the two.
What I am telling is it's so far, number one, and number two, if that be the case, I don't think this port would have allowed to continue till today. As you know very, very well, environmentalists will not allow such thing to happen.
In my view, this is not the only reason, but I hope there are other regions, as I have told. And besides, in during the time of southern wind when comes, it will also make erosion.
Despite South Baya's experience, the Orissa government has given the go-ahead for the building of 12 new ports along its coastline. The implications of this policy are large and complex. If Orissa's coast continues to erode, then agricultural yield will be affected and more people will be forced to move to already overcrowded cities. Apart from the ethical, environmental and socio-economic implications, this is also bound to affect GDP growth. Often the justification for policies such as the haphazard sanctioning of ports in the first place. And ironically, the Orissa government did come up with plans to displace the residents of South Baya a few years ago, but the spot that they chose ended up being part of a forest area, and so of course those plans didn't go anywhere. Well, Sonia, it's back to you in the studio. I don't know, I can't speak for badminton, but we'd like to glamorize the issue of India's coastline. It certainly needs a lot of attention. Right, Sarah, but I think your sustained reporting there has more than done that job. Thanks so much, Sarah, for joining me tonight on that. We'll join you again tomorrow at a new location.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.